Today I'm going to start the process of propagating this succulent. Its name is Echeveria Copper Canyon. It'll take full sun. It doesn't need a lot of moisture, of course. You can see there's a couple of healthy little pups on over here, but today we're going to start propagating more pups using the leaves. And this is how we're going to do it. I've got a piece of clean paper towel here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a grip on each one of these leaves and twist it round and pull it off like so. And we'll just methodically work our way round, twisting them, and they come off very easily. Another one down there. I'll just lie them on the piece of paper for the moment while I work round and remove more of the leaves that we're going to propagate plants on. Down at the base, turn them round, hold it firmly, turn it round, and the leaves come off very, very easily. Another couple over here, another couple over there, one there, and that's a bit limpified, that's alright, but we'll give it a try anyway, see how it goes. Alright, so that'll do for the moment. I'll take some more off soon. But what we're going to do first, we're going to dip the end of each of these leaves into some cinnamon. Just a little bit like that. The moisture will hold some cinnamon on it. Cinnamon is a natural fungicide, so that will stop those sort of problems happening while we're waiting for the end of the leaves to dry up, which will take 2 to 3 days. So once I've removed all the leaves and put some cinnamon on them, I'll put the piece of paper over on the other side of the barn out of the sun, and then we'll come back in 3 or 4 days. Then we'll come back. The tears on the leaves should be covered up by then, so we'll come back and see what progress we've got, because in that time the plants would have sealed up that exposed end down there that I've got the cinnamon on. So I'll take off some more of these leaves. I'll lay them out on the white paper, and then we'll be back in about 3 days. It's been 3 days now since we took the petals off the plant, and you can see that they've sealed up down the bottom there. You remember also we put some cinnamon on them as a natural fungicide to stop any problems along those lines. So they're ready to be placed on our medium now. And I've got 2 trays here with some damp soil in them, and I've just put a little bit of coarse sand on the top. That'll give me an indication of when the soil underneath is dry, because I'll then have to moisten it with a spray pump. Right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to put the leaves, we're going to just lie them on top of the mix here. I'll put them that way. We need to have the base of the leaf touching the soil. I'll put some up this way. That way we can open them up a little bit and open those up. 5 there and another 5 there. We need to make sure that the point where we're going to get the roots coming from, the tip there, is actually touching the soil media that we're using. Now we'll do the other punnet. Put another 5 across the top there. Keep spreading these out along the medium here. Another one there. And we're expecting at about a fortnight we should see some tiny little roots starting on those. And then about 2 months after that, we should start to see small plants starting to form. Alright, so there's our 2 punnets with the leaves put down. They've been watered only a little while ago. The soil's still pretty damp, so I won't bother to spray them. I'll put them over on the other side of the barn in some 50% sunlight, because they don't need full sun, but in the 50% shade they'll do rather well. This video is being shot 2 weeks after we stripped the leaves off our Copper Canyon succulent plant. You can see they're sitting in some wet sand there. We're waiting for the roots to germinate. There's another pot of them over here. We haven't seen any roots yet, but we'll wait and see. I'm keeping the sand moist. So in theory it shouldn't be too long before we see some roots on it. And that's the original mother plant that we stripped all the bottom leaves from. You can see it's got a couple of new pups on it that are doing very well indeed. So we'll wait and see how we go with the leaves that we're going to propagate some new plants from. These are the Copper Canyon succulent leaves I put down 3 weeks ago. You can see they're starting to throw some roots and a small tiny plant coming on the end of the leaves. That's one tray of them. Here's a close-up of that one. And this is the other tray we put down. One there with a nice little plant on it. Those ones going across here have got nothing. There's one on that small one there. And these ones here, these little leaves, have got plants on them. So that's looking pretty good. We'll come back and check them in another fortnight and see how much they've grown.